Hey everyone, Cade and Kelsey here with Leap. Today, we're gonna be setting up and planting our Pacman habitat.
Yes, we are. Episode 2 for Pacman Month. We're excited. We have a lot to do here.
A lot going on right now, but
It's a little busy. It'll be much less busy by the end of it because it's all gonna be in this 22 by 17 by 18 habitat. Are you ready to get your hands dirty?
yes I am.
Just kidding. I brought us gloves, so let's get them on and then we'll get started.
First thing we're gonna do is we're going to be adding the substrate
Yes.
to the habitat.
we are.
And what are we doing a little bit differently with this one?
So in a normal bioactive setup, we would put a layer of hydro balls or leca at the bottom and then use a piece of screen to separate the substrate and those hydro balls. In this particular build, we're not going to use that layer on the bottom because Pacman frogs do like to burrow. So we don't want him only being able, or her, we haven't gotten one yet. We don't want him or her to only be able to go down a couple inches. We want them to have the entire range that they can of substrate in this build.
Yeah, and for that reason, typically with this size habitat, 3 bags will do the trick
Yes.
and cover it. But we got a few extra here just to see how
Yep.
many it's gonna need.
Yep, so I'm gonna get started on that. We're gonna open up these bags and put them into this habitat.
Perfect, and while she is doing that, I'm gonna get started on prepping our plants. I'm going to be removing all the soil from all the roots. Kelsey, can you explain a little bit why that's important?
Yeah, so when you're getting plants at a nursery or at a big box store, you don't know what's in the substrate. There could be fertilizer. There could also, unfortunately, be fungus gnat eggs, which no one loves to look in their habitat and see little gnats flying around. So it's really important to get all of the substrate off of the roots and to give the plants a good wash. So we have a bucket of water here too that we're gonna give the plants a little dip in before they go into the habitat.
It also helps promote like good growth and root structure too as well. So
Absolutely.
it'll just be beneficial all around.
Absolutely. Oh, that was such a nice rip.
Satisfying.
When I'm dumping this out, I'm making sure any little clumps I'm breaking up. Frogs are tongue feeders, so we want to make sure that we're breaking this up so if any of this is ingested when he's eating, he's able to pass it, it won't get impaction. We're also going to practice tongue feeding and maybe even having a little section where his food goes like a bowl so that there isn't any risk of him eating substrate. Or her. I'm gonna just set the plants where we're thinking of putting them. This one maybe here, this one might go in the front too. I'm thinking a big water bowl here. I also have a couple pieces of bark that I want to incorporate in so that the Pacman frog has areas that he can burrow into. Right now this is the general feel. This is, again, great, like we said in the store, it's vining, so it gives us some vertical plant space. This one is a little bit lower to the ground, but that also will grow up. So I'm gonna take them back out, Cade's gonna rinse them off, and then we're gonna put them right back in. The last thing I'm gonna do here is add some leaf litter, just a little bit. Again, we don't want him ingesting any of this, but we wanna make it feel natural. So I'm just putting it on top of these cork pieces. pothos here in this corner, which hopefully is just gonna explode and grow like crazy. We have the Scheffalera, or the umbrella plant, in the back corner, and then we have this really pretty fern. I put in these 2 cork pieces that you can see that he'll be able to burrow right underneath. We're gonna leave this section here open for a water bowl, and we might also put a little feeder bowl in too, where we can drop in mealworms or superworms or crickets, although they're gonna start running all over the second you drop them in. But we wanna make sure we leave out an area that he can go to essentially bathe himself, and an area as well that he can eat. But I think here we have a lot of areas that he can hide. We'll see what he may or may not, he or she may or not uproot, but right now I think it's pretty good.
Now it's time for the not so fun part, cleaning up, but we're gonna get started on that, and then we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you guys for joining us in this build. We are super excited about how it came out. In our next video, we're gonna dive deep into the 5 parameters of keeping a Pacman frog.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn about that too as well.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
Yep, make sure you tune in. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and you know where to find us.
We'll see you guys later.
See you later.